With all due respect, sir, I believe this is going to be our finest hour.
Good evening. You're listening to the late night version of Smooth Jazz with Jerry. I'm here sitting in my oh-so-comfy chair, the one I call the Captain Kirk chair. I've got my bhakti chai next to me here in my favorite mug, you know. That one that has the music notes all over it. Over on the wall, I see a poster of some guy with long hair playing a saxophone. And I'm wearing my favorite slippers, the ones from Target, given to me by a lady named Connie. We're gonna get you through the night with some heartfelt conversation, a shoulder to cry on, and maybe some of my favorite cooking recipes. Now sit back, relax, take another sip of your bhakti chai while we begin our journey together with some Kenny G playing The Moment here on Smooth Jazz with Jerry.
A duck walked up to a lemonade stand and he said to the man, run in the stand.
Hey, sound guy.
Got any grapes?
That's not Kenny G. What happened to Kenny G?
The man said, no, we just sell lemonade, but it's cold and it's fresh and it's all homemade.
No, where's Kenny G at?
The duck said, I'll pass.
This is supposed to be a jazz
Then
show.
waddled away, waddle, waddle.
Put the Kenny G
Till
stuff
the very
on.
next day, bum, 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 ba-dum. When the duck walked up to the lemonade stand and he said to the man, run in the stand.
We're gonna be right back with a little bit more music on Smooth Jazz with Jerry.
Unexpected reactions to smart financial decisions brought to you by feedthepig.org.
Well,
I finally did it.
I opened
wrecked
a
the jazz
401k.
show.
So you're giving up. Just like that.
What do you think happened?
I'm getting an inheritance from a distant relative.
I knew we shouldn't have ordered that cheap jazz package from China.
Listen to me. We are one phone call away from riding horses on our own private polo grounds. One call from christening yachts, having a butler, using summer as a verb.
How do you figure?
Look,
You gotta do
everyone's got a rich
something.
uncle somewhere.
You're
It's
on the air.
statistics. So the best thing you can do is just prepare for the inevitable.
Right, which is why I thought maybe it would be smart
You need to take control of
my
the show.
finances. You know,
Just talk
start
about the
using a
songs
budget,
like you
get
would
out
on
of
your
debt,
jazz show.
Set some retirement goals.
Budgets? Debt? You watch your mouth.
This show's
Retirement shouldn't
already
be a goal
wrecked.
for us. It should be a way of life.
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Smooth Jazz with Jerry. Philippe Sasset is a French-born keyboardist, of course, from Marseille, was one time traveling through the United States when his car broke down and he had to hitchhike to the nearest gas station. The gentleman who picked him up was playing the radio, and he had some of this wonderful jazz on, which has become a favorite of Philippe's. Sit back, relax. Wabash Cannonball. You know, it's a nice evening here at the studio. Thanks for joining us. Brian Culbertson was the host of the Brian Culbertson All-Star Smooth Jazz Cruise back in January of 2007. And he's not too familiar with the following song or the genre of music that we're going to bring up because Brian's been a little bit busy lately. He's been recording in the studio a lot lately and also changing flat tires and washing windows for a living. Nonetheless, this is some stuff that Brian Culbertson definitely would listen to if he were listening to this show. That song you just heard was the 18th runner-up at the 1963 Smooth Jazz Festival, Zurich, Switzerland. Perhaps your bhakti chai has moved its way along a little bit. This would be a wonderful time to stand up, stretch, maybe go use a restroom in another building in another town. In any event, for those of you who are here, what a special treat we have it coming up on the Smooth Jazz with Jerry show.
Well, I saw the thing coming out of the sky. It had a one long horn and one big eye. I commenced to shaking and I said, ooh-wee. It looks like a purple people eater to me. It was a one-eyed, one-horn, flying purple people eater.
What a beautiful evening to share smooth jazz with you on the Smooth Jazz with Jerry show. I hope you're curled up on the couch, perhaps with your favorite fuzzy blanket, enjoying the evening, the relaxation. Both Sade and the Terry Disley Experience have recorded music with songs on them, and they're much beloved, and people listen to them, and they have favorite songs. The following is not one of those songs, but it might remind you of one of those songs. It has music and words, something for your evening, to lift you up a little bit, give you comfort.
You can shut off that theme music now. We're listening to the other song, okay?
Who goes there?
You like it. Old Nasty Dan was the meanest man I ever knew. He'd stomp and scream and be real mean the whole day through.
Yeah?
He'd frown a bunch, he ate nails for lunch and he'd never laugh.
Well, I'd like him.
He'd growl and yell and I heard tell he never took a bath.
You can see why that was such a comforting song for so many people for so long. You're listening to Smooth Jazz with Jerry, late at night. I hope you're enjoying the show. We do a lot of work to put this together for you, and we have some sponsors, and we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with more music on the Smooth Jazz with Jerry show.
Treesock Press wants your cheeks to hurt. You can laugh a little, or you can laugh a lot. When you read other children's books, you have to force yourself to smile now and then. But when you read Dad the Tooth Fairy Didn't Come, you laugh so hard your cheeks hurt. It's your choice, fake smiles or cheeks that hurt. Pick up your copy of Dad the Tooth Fairy Didn't Come wherever lousy comedy books are sold. My cheeks hurt just reading this.
Hey, sound engineer, quick, play the theme song.
I can't. You spilled coffee on it.
Just push the play button, would you?
Well, okay.
Smooth Jazz with Jerry. Welcome back to the show. You know, sometimes things seem a little bit out of control in life, but that's what we're here for, to help you get through those things, those times of muddling or disappointment or difficulties. So when things turn bad, know that we're here for you. We'll be here all night long, or at least for the next few minutes.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Here's one of my favorites coming up. Smooth Jazz.
Sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip that started from this tropic point aboard this tiny ship. The mate was a mighty sailing man, the skipper brave and sure. 5 passengers set sail that day for a 3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour. The weather started getting rough, the tiny ship was tossed. If not for the courage of the fearless crew, the minnow would be lost.
Neil Armstrong, 38-year-old American standing on the surface of the moon on this July 20th, 1969.
One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
You're listening to the Quiet Times on Smooth Jazz with Jerry. It's late in the evening. The moon is up, the stars are out. The fireflies are abuzz. And here we are, just the 72 of us, listening to beautiful jazz music on the radio. Saxophone player David Sanborn suffered from polio for the first 8 years of his life. He began playing the saxophone on a physician's advice to strengthen his weakened chest muscles and improve his breathing. Alto saxophonist Hank Crawford, at the time a member of Ray Charles' band, was an early and lasting influence on Sanborn. Neither of them had any influence whatsoever on this next music.
Thank God I'm a country boy. When the work's all done and the sunset low, pull out my fiddle and rosin up the bow. Kids are all asleep, so I keep the candle low. And thank God I'm a country boy. I'd play solid good all day if I could, but the Lord and my wife wouldn't take it very good. So I fiddle when I can, work when I should. And thank God I'm a country boy.
But history was made that day despite that mighty whack. Mike the Headless Chicken, the legend of the West. No farmer's axe could stop the heart beating in his breast. A scientific marvel, he should have laid down dead. Why did the chicken cross the road? Why to try to find his head?
If you can. Where were you born, man?
Huh? Where was I born?
That's right, I said, where were you born?
Hey, are you one of those dudes that do horoscopes, man? Hey, I'm a Cancer with a bad moon
Look
rising.
here, El Fago, watch my lips. Where were you born?
I was...
What a wonderful string of relaxing music that was. 4 songs in a row. We started out with that classic jazz song, Thank God I'm a Country Boy. Then we went into Mike the Headless Chicken. Next came the Olympic Fanfare, which, well, let's face it, that jazz song just doesn't get as much play as it should, maybe once or so every 4 years. And then we finished up with Born in East L.A. We're going to take a short break right now, and we'll be right back on Smooth Jazz with Jerry.
Ranger Station.
Hi, I want to report a bear sighting.
Location.
My front door.
Oh,
It
for
was
crying
Smokey
out
Bear.
loud.
My
This is
husband was
one of the
burning
most
leaves in the
difficult
yard.
shows
He
I've
just
ever
came
done in
inside
my
for a
life.
second.
Never leave a fire
Look,
unattended.
next
It's
time,
too
let's
hot to
not
touch,
order this
it's too
stuff
hot
from
to
China,
leave.
okay?
Smokey said that too.
We go way back. I knew him when he was just a cub.
How cute.
If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference. Brought to you by Smokey Bear, the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council. Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Well, folks, you've been listening to Smooth Jazz with Jerry, and this has been the longest 4 hours of my life. Thank you so much. Join us again next time.
Ew, mud! I better wash my knees, wash my toes, wash my shoulders.
I'd say that was a pretty successful broadcast.